The Total Media Sports Network presents Boyd County Lions Soccer live on Kool TV. Now let's go to the Boyd County Athletic Facility for pregame coverage of Boyd County Soccer live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from Boyd County as we get you set for a big-time boys soccer matchup here this evening in Cannonsburg. Boyd County brings in East Carter and two of the top teams in the 16th region in what should be an absolutely phenomenal matchup here in this matchup. Good evening, everyone. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here this evening as the visiting East Carter Raiders roll in with a record of 6-2-1. They'll go up against the homestanding Boyd County Lions, who sit at 3-2. Both winning last time out against Fleming County. Boyd County did that here last Thursday, 5-1. And then East Carter got an 8-0 win over Fleming on Saturday. That snapped a two-game losing streak, the only two losses for East Carter on the season. Last week, I was talking with Coach Grady Garrison a little bit before the matchup here tonight. He said, I set my guys up with a gauntlet run last week. I wanted to see what they could do. And he said that they found out a lot about what this team is and where they were. They started the weekend off with Ashland, a 1-0 win over them. Then they go with Rowan County, a 3-1 loss, followed by Russell, 4-0 loss. And I've talked with several coaches around the area, and many think that Russell is the team to beat in the 16th region. So the first of two matchups this season, they'll reconvene on the 29th over in Grayson in the final game of the regular season for the Raiders. It'll be the next to last game for Boyd County as they've added a game now on their schedules. They'll play Ironton St. Joe on Thursday, October the 2nd. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll meet our starting lineups and get you ready for first kick. East Carter and Boyd County as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky, Kentucky.com.
Back here in Boyd County as we get you set for Boyd County and East Carter. Taking a look at the visiting Raiders, Grant Meanix and Caden Tussey will lead the way offensively. The pair of seniors, Meanix with 12 goals on the season. Tussey has kicked in 11, both with 6 assists. Both solid players. I was talking with Coach Garrison before the matchup, and I said, who are you going to play up top today? He said, actually, I think I'm going to move Tussey up top just to move Grant back to the middle to try to get him more touches. And I don't think that that's a bad option. But both of them work superbly to be able to do stuff with the ball at their feet and be able to get it from wherever they needed to go. Drew Minix and Melvin Witter, each with 3 goals. Braxton Carroll and Mason McDowell with 2. But McDowell is not available for action tonight. He's only played in 2 of the 9 games thus far for the East Carter Raiders. For the player in goal, it's Micah Brown. 56 saves, only 10 goals allowed. He's got 5 shutouts in the 9 games that they've played, averaging over 6 saves per outing. For Boyd County, leading the way is Caleb Clark, he's got 5 goals along with Will Blankenship. Blankenship with a hat trick here in the 5-1 win over Fleming County last Thursday. Both of those have 3 goals. I was looking at the games played. Ryan Robertson with 2 goals. Eli Simpkins has 1. Assists, Eli Simpkins with 3, Crank with 2. Mason Hamilton assisting on one of the 3 goals netted by Will Blankenship. Cole Adams and Connor Davis have split time in net. Adams has been back there the last couple of games, giving up 4 goals in the 4 games that he's played, as averaging over 4 saves per contest. Davis is a player that he started in goal some, but then they've moved him back into the kind of the center back position, and he's been phenomenal at that position just with his aggressive nature. This is going to be a very physical contest. These are 2 teams that really get after it. They've got players that know how to move the ball the proper way and get it to where they want it to go. And again, a barometer that you look at this is these 2 teams played the same team in their last outings in succession. Boyd County played Fleming on Thursday. East Carter played Fleming on Saturday. And in the win over Fleming for Boyd County, again, it was a hat trick for Will Blankenship. Ryan Robertson, Caleb Clark punched in goals. Ryan Crank, Eli Simpkins with 2 assists each. Mason Hamilton had 1. For East Carter, Caden Tussey led the way with a hat trick, and then they had 5 other goals individually scored. Braxton Carroll, Van Green, Grant Meanix, Drew Meanix, and Melvin Witter each punched in a goal. Van Green with 3 assists. Grant Meanix had 2. Melvin Wilder had 2. And then Riley Steele with a goal assist as well. Micah Brown working in the net. He got only 1 save in the action that he saw back there. Should be a dandy here this evening. We'll take a look at our starting lineups in just a few moments. Let's start first with the visiting East Carter Raiders under Grady Garrison. In the goal, it'll be the sophomore Micah Brown. Talking with Coach Garrison before the matchup, and I said, how much has he come along? He said, being around Colin Pennington last year was big to be able to kind of understand how to play the position that he has to play, but he's really stepped up nicely here this year. Here's how to line up. Levi Rice will wear number 3, Braxton Carroll number 5, number 6, Riley Steele, number 7, Van Green, number 9, Connor Lane, number 10, Grant Meanix. He's the cat that kind of watch on the offensive side of things, along with his younger brother and the freshman of Drew Meanix. Caden Tussey's the other leading scorer on this team. Reese Bush, the center back, and Joel Bramble will work in the center back, center defensive mid. East Carter in the navy blue jerseys with the red stripings, the stripe across the chest with the EC logo in the center of it. They'll have silver numerals on the front and the back, outlined in red. Thank God. You can actually see the numerals. They have one jersey that have red numbers on the front of them, and you just simply cannot see it on that navy blue backing. For the Boyd County Lions, they'll be in the white tops, black bottoms, normal home jerseys, BC logo in the chest, red numerals on the front and the back. We'll take a look at their starting lineups here in just a few moments. Captain's meetings at midfield. Looks like Caleb Clark, Ryan Robertson, Eli Simpkins, and Connor Davis. For East Carter, Caden Tussey, Grant Meanix, and Riley Steele. First time with us on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell. We'll put out new material. We'll upload it directly to your mobile device. Don't forget, find us on X and on Facebook. We've got all kinds of great material we've been putting out on both, including our top 10 of the week. So any games that we cover live, whether it be on a stream or they're shooting highlights, anything that's phenomenal, we go get it. And we put it on the top 10, and that's what we put it out there so that people can see. So if you want to see maybe your favorite player making our top 10, we check it out every Monday at 11 a.m. That's when we drop that so that you can see the top 10. We do highlight packages for all of our schools, try to keep up with everything. So really excited to be a part of Boyd County and covering the Lions here in our first season here in Cannonsburg. A busy night tonight for the Total Media Sports Network. We've got boys soccer here just behind me at the high school gym. We've got volleyball that will tip off around 7 o'clock. We'll do a live look-in on it in halftime and the second half. And then we've also got the Coaches Show on 105.7 Hank FM. So a lot of things going on around here tonight. Let's take a look at the Boyd County starting lineup. Cole Adams will start in net. Connor Davis, Alex Maynard will work on that back line. The wings, Andrew Bowling, Ethan Crum. In the middle, Caleb Clark, Mason Hamilton, Ryan Robertson, your center mid. On the wings up front, Will Blankenship and Eli Simpkins. Ryan Crank will be out top. Again, Blankenship, Crank, Simpkins, Crum, Hamilton, Robertson, Clark, Bowling, Davis, Maynard, and Adams taking care of that back line. That's going to do it for pregame. We'll step out for the national anthem. We'll play soccer when we return after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Since not being a part of our journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. Back here in Cannonsburg as we get you set for first kick, Boyd County and East Carter on a sunny Monday evening in this 1st of September. Funny, the last 2 weeks of August, it felt like October. We go into September and we flip back to where we feel like August again. It was mid-80s today, making up into the mid to high 80s. So Tim Stevens walking from Jekyll Island, Georgia, saying, "Go Lions." Hey, Tim, how you doing? Not certain where Jekyll Island, Georgia is, but I'm guessing somewhere down around the coast. But if I'm wrong, please tell me. But thanks for tuning in here this evening. Boyd County will work it from left to right as I view it here high atop the press box. East Carter's going to possess it first. Caden Tussey, Grant Meanix there in the circle. My crew this evening, Trey Collier, executive producer, and our camera operator up top, Felicia Collier, field level. Happy to have everyone along with us here on this Monday evening, September the 2nd. Hope everyone had a great Labor Day over the weekend, and now we settle in and get ready for the push toward fall. Big weekend big week, I should say, for Boyd County Athletics. Kevin Goldie's in the house tonight. Hello, Kevin. Home opener for Boyd County football coming up this Friday night. You can catch it all right here on Kool TV as they bring in East Carter. It's East Carter week. I talked with Connor Davis before the matchup tonight. He was finishing up at football practice, and he actually went was going back to the locker room. I said, practice football and then go straight to a soccer matchup. And he said, it's East Carter week. He said, we got to get ready. Here's Crank working up that left side, trying to roll it down to the corner. That's Blankenship. Pressure on the backside being applied by Joel Bramble. Trying to turn it across the line, loses it off his footing out of bounds, and let's see which way we're going with it. Looks like we're going to get a goal kick for East Carter. Brunswick, Georgia, Mr. Timothy Stevens says, I know a little better of the area you are in now. Sun-drenched field here at the stadium. Beautiful evening. Slight breeze as well. Certainly makes it comfortable. That's the one thing about it. We've seen some very sticky nights out here with the temperatures getting up in the 90s. And this evening, a very cool and comfortable evening. Here's Robertson. He'll play it backward off to Crum. Crum switches fields, comes near side to Bowling. Meaning's trying to take it away from him. Gets there but can't control it. It'll settle down and roll out of bounds right in front of the Boyd County bench. Bowling will toss it in. Bowling down the line, Crank settles at his feet. Boyd County playing patient, works it off into the middle. Now Robertson looking up that left side. He'll play it into the middle. They play a 1-2 punch. Back into the side is Hamilton. Trying to get it back to Robertson. Battling for position, but loses it at the feet of Caden Tussey. Tussey will start to push up the right edge. Trying to play a through ball. They got a nice ball up in front. It's going to be a sprint there with the goalie, and Adams with a sliding tackle makes it. Two minutes gone here in the opening period. It would help if the terrible clock operator that is doing the clock tonight would start the clock. My bad. Eli Simpkins. Simpkins has been really big for this offensive attack. Plays it so well down in this right corner. Made a nice crosser for the first goal against Fleming here last Thursday, in which Blankenship put it off of a header and dropped it in. Blankenship losing his footing on the far side there up to Drew Minix, but Caleb Clark steps right back in and takes it away. Working on that far line, playing it up in the corner, up to Crank. Finds it at his feet. Crank with a good ball, plays it in the middle. Clark, a nice move to the left. Playing with it out top of the 18. Tries to fire it down. They get tangled up. Ball's loose across the top of the 18. It's a sprint forward on the far side. Drew Minix and Will Blankenship. It's out of bounds. Minix goes into the fence. It's a throw in for Boyd County. Blankenship will toss it in. 3 minutes gone here in the first. Blankenship brings it off. A little bit too heavy on the touch. Swipes this one down inside the 18, but a two-hopper into the midst of Micah Brown. Ball goes all the way on the back line. Davis will let this one roll back to the goalkeeper of Cole Adams, and he'll backpedal all the way to the edge of the 18, nearest to the field house. Again, Boyd County volleyball in action tonight, playing East Carter. How about that? Everything East Carter going on in Cannonsburg this evening. And then they'll be back over here for football on Friday night. There's Clark, rolls it up to Hamilton. Hamilton just across the midfield stripe, plays it right back to Robertson. Robertson switches off to the left side, off to Blankenship. Blankenship settles. He'll take the drop off to Crum, plays it right back to him, and it's kicked out of bounds on the far sideline. We get a stoppage in play for the moment. We got a player with a shin guard issue. I believe it might have, no, it's actually the captain's band of Grant Minix. Our official in the center, our center official helping him apply that armband back on. And back underway we go. Boyd County has possessed most of the first 4+ minutes of this match so far. They've really not had much of a push. They had one run that they got, but nothing came out of it. Here's Bowling trying to play it up ahead. Nice job on that back row by East Carter's middle back there that swiped that one down and kept it off of a run. That was Reese Bush. Blankenship, left edge. Working on Drew Minix. Playing it down inside the 18, and then a push off on Blankenship. East Carter free kick. Riley Steele sends this one upfield. Connor Davis settles it down. He'll play it all the way back to his keeper. Adams with a touch, plays it down here in the corner. Caden Tussey trying to chase it down. He'll get a throw from the near side corner. They play it quickly into the top of the 18, looking toward Minix. Davis clears it out. Good ball near side to Simpkins. Simpkins trying to roll it ahead out to Crank. He's got it at his feet. Crank trying to find the edge, gets it down to the right side. It's a foot race. Crank's going to win that one as he gets down inside the 18. Just outside the 18, rolls it into Simpkins. Simpkins had it off of his foot as he got a little bit of an awkward touch. Really good ball movement there for the moment. But now the Raiders with the ball out top. Caden Tussey. And a whistle and a foul and a push-off there on Maynard. So it'll be a Raiders free kick just on their offensive half of midfield. Pressure coming from behind. Crank forces it off the foot. That was off of Braxton Carroll. Here's Crank working with it in the center. Slams on the brakes, brings it near side. Hamilton. Hamilton touches it off near side. Simpkins on the right side. Nice ball into the middle. Hamilton did not get there, though. Great idea. Loose ball comes up. Meanix streaking ahead off the near side. He'll leave it to Tussey in the middle. Playing it on a through ball out to Meanix. Meanix trying to get in the middle of the field. Meanix takes it off to the right side. Tries to give it a swing and misses everything. Meanix still working with it at his feet with 2 on. Davis takes it away from him. Pressure by Davis and Meanix inside the box. Davis wins the ball, and he'll take it to the far corner. Tries to go up the left side. Drew Meanix is there for the interception for the Raiders. Here's Van Green with a drop. They'll play it near side. Levi Rice touching it off now to Braxton Carroll. Raiders will switch fields. Connor Lane as they bring everybody across the midfield stripe for the first time in the match. 7 minutes gone. And a foul on the far side. That's on Ethan Crum on Grant Meanix. And it'll be a free kick coming up for the Raiders, and Meanix is slow to get up. Scoreless thus far. Boyd County has controlled the ball for much of the match, but it's a couple of great opportunities here for the Raiders in the last couple of minutes, getting it on their offensive attack side. And now a chance with a free kick from about the 10-yard line, about 7-8 yards outside the 18-yard box on the top of the box. Looking into that sun, lining this one up. Sends this one down into the box. Headers turn toward the net, but misses wide. And a goal kick coming up for the Lions. Good ball there by the Raiders. As that was Connor Lane, that sent that one down inside the box. Davis sends this one up to midfield. Nobody's there. Riley Steele will take it for the Raiders. They'll take it off to that right side and start a push. Nice defensive effort there by Blankenship. Now Crank. Simpkins out right, but Crank can't keep it at his feet. Big opportunity there missed by the Lions. Robertson with a push off from behind, so a free kick for the Raiders coming up. The senior Riley Steele. Good ball. Davis wins it out of the air. Comes near side. Hamilton plays it down in the middle of the field. Clark trying to settle, does so. Out to Blankenship in the left side, looking for the middle, trying to get it to Crank. And we get too much pushing in the middle of the field. This one's on Crank as he got tangled up there with Riley Steele, so another free kick. Raiders play it off quick. They find it to Meanix. Raiders will go negative. They'll play it off to that far sideline, trying to slow things down a little bit and build back toward the middle. Robertson playing right in front of Meanix. They take it away from him. Now Hamilton. Looking near side to Simpkins. That was intercepted by Carroll. Simpkins tries to take it away. Touches it out of bounds. It's a Raider throw. Meanix looking dead into that sun. It's right over top of our back here behind the school. And ball just gets out of bounds, and it's a Raider throw. Or excuse me, a Boyd County throw. Andrew Bowling will come across the midfield stripe here. Trying to push up toward that midfield stripe. And they say, you got to back up just a sad. 10 minutes gone. Here's Bowling. High bounding ball down the near side. Played out of the air right to Simpkins. Meanix playing from behind. He gets wrapped up, and that's a push from behind, and it's going to be a free kick for Boyd County. So Simpkins with an opportunity here to try to bend one down inside the box. This is a great opportunity here for the Lions. In an attacking position, it's going to be Bowling that'll come up and give it a ride. Micah Brown standing center box. Bowling gives this one a ride. Back post. Off the header there of Robertson. It pinballs away. And the Raiders will control it out top. They find the feet of Meanix. Take it off to the far side. A good ball there as he leaves it down the side. There it's to Tussey. But Davis, great defensive pressure, just swipes that one out of bounds and a throw in for the Raiders. Great opportunity there by Boyd, just could not make the connection. And that's something they've had a lot of this year, especially in the last couple of games. in the game against Mason County, they outshot Mason the entire contest. And they had three balls that easily could have been the difference in a 2-0 loss of a 3-2 win. And it was mere inches of the ball not going down. The header that they got there to Robertson just had a player that was defending it nicely that took it away. Adams booms this one up the far sideline, trying to get to it and save it as Blankenship. Crank will settle down with 2 on. And a push from behind. This one's on Boyd County. That's against Joel Bramall. So a free kick coming up. As Bowling has moved over to the far side, they flipped him and Crum. So Crum will play on the near side here. So Bowling with an opportunity for a free kick inside of 28 minutes to play here in the opening half. High kick down inside the 18. 50-50 ball still being won. It's turned away by Riley Steele. Right back to Bowling. Bowling plays it down toward the 18. Hamilton wins it near side. Tries to play it down to the corner, but it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Raiders. Here's Crum. Missed touch there by Hamilton. It rolls out of bounds into the Raiders bench right next to their head coach of Grady Garrison. Mannix with a big throw looking for Tussey. Tussey gets down inside the box. Gets it to the keeper. Nice save there by the keeper. As Cole Adams was one-on-one with Caden Tussey and makes the save. And it's a whistle fest here tonight. Here's Mannix bending this one down, and a pick off the turf, and another big save from Cole Adams. 2 great opportunities there by the Raiders, and the Lions keeper turns it away. Boyd throw, playing it down the far line, trying to get it to Clark. Can't do so. On the back line, Bramall. Gets pushed off the ball. Here's Clark. Bring it to the right side. Hamilton settles at his feet. He's got Robertson out top. Robertson surveys. Doesn't have anything he likes. He'll play it back off to Bowling, who's moved to that left side now. They'll play it down in the left corner. That's to Blankenship. Blankenship crosses it to Hamilton. Hamilton out top. Hamilton had an opportunity. They'll go back to Robertson. He'll hit a slow roller, though. It's a fielded ball right into the midst of Micah Brown, and we stay scoreless as we go inside of 26 to play here in the opening half of the match. High bounding ball out near midfield. Davis wins it, sends it back down. Here's a ball out the backside. Crank trying to run it down. Great defensive pressure there by Riley Steele, who wins it off the backside and starts to push for East Carter. Raiders try to play it up the far line to Mannix, and it's touched out of bounds. Bowling with the toss in. Blankenship on a high throw. Looking for Tussey. Tussey far line, being a heavy pressure there by Maynard, who takes it off his feet. Maynard wins it. He'll sweep it near side. They'll leave it out to Clark. Here's Simpkins. Good build by the Lions. Nicely defended, though, near side. As Reese Bush slows down the push. Now Crum. Boyd County staying high pressure. Here's Robertson. Plays it down in just outside the 18. Raiders will clear it out to Tussey. Mannix trying to get a run, but nobody there. Intercepted at midfield. Here's Crank. Leaves it off to Robertson. Robertson working it down and pinballs it off the feet of Reese Bush. He goes all the way out there in the midfield to Caden Tussey. Here comes Mannix streaking down the near side. Tussey trying to get free. Bowling playing defense. Tussey down inside the 18. It's going to be a quick turn and a nice defensive pressure there on the backside as Ethan Crum turns and kicks that one, and the goalie is there to admit it from the kick. 2 big saves there. One by Ethan Crum, and then the other one in the midst of Cole Adams, and we stay scoreless. This is a match I would not be surprised if it got decided by a single goal. This is, again, like I said, two top teams in the 16th. Very evenly matched. Boyd County has controlled the ball much of the first half, but East Carter has had some opportunistic chances in front of the net and have not been able to finish. Simpkins tries to apply pressure there. Levi Rice gives it up and rolls it back to his keeper. They'll switch fields and take it off to the right side. Blankenship coming up to apply the pressure. They'll find Lane. Lane plays it into the middle, out to Tussey. Tussey looking for Meanix, has 2 on. Davis just turns and sends this one up the far sideline. Trying to get to it, there's Blankenship. Blankenship bends it back inside, plays it outside the 18. He'll slow it down, give it off to Crank. Crank at the top of the 18. Swipes it down inside the 18, loses it off his feet as he gets upended. As it was Joel Bramble who applied the defensive pressure. And it's a throw-in for Boyd County. Andrew Bowling. The toss in, 22.5 to go here in the opening half. Bowling look down to this near corner. Caleb Clark is there. Now Crank battling for position, working on Drew Meanix. He comes out of there with the ball, trying to roll across the top of the 18. Riley Steele turns it back upfield, but there's nobody there but white jerseys and Alex Maynard who will settle. Tussey applying the pressure onto him. Boyd County plays it ahead. Now they'll switch it back into the back, and the center back of Connor Davis will bring it near side. Davis, one of 2 football players on Boyd County's team, plays defensive back for Evan Ferguson's Lions. The other being Ryan Crank, who is the kicker. And he kicked the ball very efficiently in the win over Rock Hill. Get a first sub of the matchup. Melvin Witter coming on, a junior. As he'll replace Drew Meanix. And his older brother, Grant, to trigger in. Got a chance to see Grant before the matchup and got a chance to speak with him and stuff. Great kid, heck of a player. I know a lot of these kids from East Carter, where I've covered them the last several years. First time I've seen them in these jerseys. Usually used to seeing them in the home jerseys, so a new look for me on the Raiders side of things. Here's a ball that's missed time, but Levi Rice booms this one all the way downfield. Maynard in the center there. Meanix plays it right back down to them. Pinball for position, and Maynard says, let's go. They get it out to Crank. Crank, though, loses it off a side touch. Boyd County fighting for position. We pinball and bodies on the turf. As that was Blankenship and Val Green. It's a foul on the Raiders. Lions free kick coming up. Andrew Bowling, far side, as we tick toward the halfway part of the first half. Lions girls soccer in action tonight up in Flemingsburg, playing in the Kentucky 2A sectionals. First kick for them tonight, I believe, was at 8 o'clock. So we'll be finished up with this one by the time they get things rolling. But certainly best wishes to them this evening. Here's Davis, sends this one down inside the 18. It's a loose ball, finding its way through. Still pinballing, looking for position. Across the end line, and somehow it gets out of there. Boyd County had about 3 opportunities. And as Davis starts to go toward the net with the ball, he gets shoved off a bit from Meanix, and now it's going to be a free kick. And it looks like it's going to be Caleb Clark from about the 20-yard line. Now we got a player down for East Carter. Believe that is Reese Bush. We will stop the clock. And it is. So the center back for the Raiders, he got banged up whenever all the collisions. Take a look at this last sequence of events here on the Icelands Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Off the chest, ball was loose. Robertson got tangled up trying to get there. Simpkins got a touch on it. And as Robertson tried to get to the ball, somehow East Carter was able to clear it out. Caleb Jordan in for the Raiders. And it'll be Caleb Clark with a free kick. Inside the halfway point of the first half here in Cannonsburg. It's been a dandy of a match thus far. Clark plays it down into the box. And a slow roller into the mitts. Simpkins got a good touch on it, but a nice job there by Micah Brown to keep us scoreless. He'll sling it near side of Jordan, right in front of his bench. Jordan settles it off his chest. Simpkins takes it away from him. Nice job there by Eli. Crum plays it ahead off the near side of the deflected ball. It'll be a Boyd County throw-in. No, they're going to take it the other way. Nope, they're going to move it back, excuse me. Speaking of Eli Simpkins, said his favorite thing about soccer is just the unpredictable nature of the game. Said his most embarrassing moment on the pitch during his freshman season, he scored an own goal in a JV game. Loves pizza. Would love to go to Hawaii. A celebrity he'd like to meet, LeBron James. He'll play it off his chest. Had 2 big assists here in the win over Fleming County last Thursday. 2 crossers out of that right corner. Here's Clark. Splits the defensive pressure. Gets upended as he crosses the 20, and we'll get a free kick coming up again for Boyd County. Again, we said at the top of the broadcast, this would be a physical matchup. These two teams like to get after each other. There's no secret about it. This one's a little bit closer than the last free kick they had from this area. This is one that Clark certainly will be able to take an aim if he wishes to go for. East Carter's going to set up a 3-man wall. Clark had actually asked for his distance. He's ready to go, though. He'll send this one to the far side and buries it. What a ball by Caleb Clark. And Boyd County's in front 1-0. On the free kick, take a look at this. Just sneaks that one in the upright. So in the 23rd minute, Caleb Clark. His 4th goal of the season, and the Lions lead it. 1-0.
Clark on the goal for Boyd County.
Here's Tussey. Plays it down to the corner. Giving chase there is Melvin Witter. He tries to turn it across the end line and loses it off his footing. It's a goal kick coming up. Clark says he loves the friends that he makes in soccer. Loves pizza. Would love to meet Ronaldo. If he could go anywhere in the world, he wants to go to Italy. I'm with him there. I've talked about that a couple of times on broadcasts. Would love to make the trip across the pond and go to Italy. It's the birthplace of my grandmother. My grandfather met her during World War II and actually married her in Italy, and she came back stateside some 9 months later, and the rest is history. Connor Davis trying to get this one going, and the official says, no, you got to back it up. Still backing it up, and he backed it up about 2 yards. Sun finally gone behind the hillside of the school behind us. So no more sun to deal with on the field. A little bit of a breeze still kind of building up. Nothing major, though. Here's Hamilton. Off of his foot, a touchdown, and that's a goal kick for East Carter. So both teams with great opportunities at net in the first 20 minutes. But it was in the 23rd minute when Boyd County found the go-ahead goal on a free kick from Caleb Clark. And that's where we stand in the moment. 1-0. Here's Simpkins, just outside the 18. Chips it to the back post. Nobody's home, though. Coming and trying to get there was Blankenship. beautiful ball, just a little bit tardy getting there was Blankenship. He's battling for position on the far side, and he wins it. They'll sweep it in the middle, trying to get it to Robertson. He works on Meanix. Out to the far sideline, Bowling. Bowling working in front of Van Green. It's a throw-in for the Lions. And we get a stoppage. And we've got a player missing a shin guard, I believe. It's Clark. As he's going to be whistled off. Either that or blood, one of the two. So into the game is Braden Hale. And back underway we go. Here's Blankenship working on heavy pressure there against Witter. Or excuse me, that was Bramble down in the far corner. Here's Crank. Had it at his feet. Hale steps inside. Gives this one a swing off near side Hamilton. Hamilton off to the near side Simpkins. Back out top Hale. Takes it away from Meanix. Slows it down, takes it now left side out to Bowling. Left-footed kick. And that one's across the fence and out of bounds. One thing about it, Andrew Bowling does not get cheated on his swings. My mistake, I pushed the start button, but obviously with this giant cursor that I have on my new computer, I still somehow managed to miss the start button. Robertson wins it at midfield. Boyd County plays it down in the corner. Back to Simpkins. Simpkins slows it down in front of the Raiders bench, rolls it back out. Robertson settled it, took a big swing at it. It pinballs away. Now Connor Davis. Davis works with it on the right side. Now to Robertson. Robertson plays it down inside. Nice defensive pressure there as it was swiped away. And then a ball swung over top of the upright and out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for East Carter. And Robertson gets tangled up with Grant Meanix and a push off on him. So free kick coming up for the Raiders up near midfield. Clark setting to check back in on our next stoppage that allows substitution for the Lions. East Carter trying to work on that right side, looking it down toward Tussey. Maynard steps right to it. Boyd County plays it back up in the middle, but nobody home. Riley Steele chips it back up down to his offensive attack. Tussey finds it. He'll take it to the far corner. Bowling applying the pressure. Staying with him as he tries to work down to the 18. Bends that one all the way across and out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up. Clark back in for the Lions. Inside of 12.5 to play here in the opening half. And we'll check in at halftime. We'll do some live look-ins of volleyball as home opener for the Lions, as they've got East Carter in action tonight. And then Boyd County at Raceland on Thursday night for volleyball action. We'll have that right here on Kool TV as well. Mason Hamilton steps off, taking a break. Back in Caleb Clark. Connor Lane plays that one off the header. Maynard settles it off the deflection. Lane jumping over the back of Crank. Meanix fighting for position. And too much hands there on Caleb Clark. Free kick Raiders. It's not Grant Meanix. Ball plays down inside the 18. Davis just clears it to the near side. Crank trying to settle. Does so after the deflection of Levi Rice. Crank will start it up the right side. Simpkins is out wide. They try to play a through ball looking for Clark, but could not get there. It was defended nicely on the back line. Riley Steele took it off his feet. Here's Witter trying to play it up in that corner to Caden Tussey. And Tussey just turned around looking at his players, and don't know if he's talking to the official or his players, but he is visibly frustrated up that far sideline. I have a feeling that he was saying something toward the official because he was walking toward the official and the official walking toward him. And then the ball came back in play and they had to kind of separate. Here's Boyd County. Good ball up in the near corner. Simpkins trying to chase it down. He's not going to be able to get there. A little great idea, just a little too heavy on the touch. 10.5 to go in the half. First we get subs for East Carter. Reese Bush is coming back on. Drew Minix will have to wait. As checking out is Isaac Witter. 1-0 Boyd. A 23rd minute goal from Caleb Clark on the free kick. Minix drops it into Rice. Jordan slows things down right in front of his bench. Brings it off near side to Minix. And Minix was out of bounds when he touched it. He knew it, too. You could kind of see him. He jumped up and looked like, I didn't hear a whistle. I'm going to kind of keep playing. And then the official on the near side here took the flag and went the other way with it. So throw in for Boyd County. And whistles are us tonight. So Connor Davis will have to back up 2 yards and toss it in. Davis looking down toward Crank. Gets it at his feet. Can't settle at the Tussey. Davis is right there, though. Robertson takes it away. Van Green from behind. Robertson controls. Plays it off to Bowling. Bowling back into the middle, but right there's Connor Lane. They get it off to Minix. Minix wanted to come near side. Jordan has to retreat. Looking ahead out to Tussey, but Crum takes it off of his feet. And Boyd County back in possession. Blankenship switches fields. Crank plays it out ahead to Simpkins. Simpkins got a great angle on the right edge. Simpkins puts it in the air, bends it to the upright, and just misses. Take a look at this. This was a nice ball. He nearly bent this one in. Right off the upright where it meets the crossbar. Reese Bush, low bounding ball. Simpkins intercepts it. Plays it down to Crank. Crank with 2 on. Turns it back into the middle. Hale right back to Crank. Crank looks out to the right side. Simpkins outside the 18 with a touch. Crosses it over, and Jordan takes it off his feet. Jordan makes a nice move. Starts to push up the near side next to his bench. Approaching 8 minutes to go in the half. Here's Robertson working on Drew Minix, who checked back in on that last stoppage. East Carter plays it off to the far sideline now. Bush trying to make a run. Takes it ahead out to Melvin Witter. Minix and Tussey in the middle. Witter looking to cross it in. Nothing there as he got a side touch on it. Alex Maynard will bring it ahead for the Lions, who lead it 1-0. Blankenship looking up to Crank. Crank at his feet. Gets past the defender. He'll bring it back into the middle. Leaves it there for Clark. Clark, a nice through ball out to the right side. Simpkins. Simpkins settles down just outside the 6. Out to the top. And a touch by Hale. Ball is loose and it's cleared off the back line. They built it nicely. Take a look at this. I didn't get it. I think I got it maybe too quick. Let's try it again here. I think I got it too quick. It was a nice build. Ezekiel Withrow back into the game as Blankenship takes a seat. Here's Clark. Hale intercepts it outside the 18. Now Minix finds it at his feet. He'll work with Tussey. Tussey tries to play it ahead. Crum applying the pressure. Tussey taking it ahead, working in front of the Lions bench. He'll take the defensive drop. East Carter plays negative now. Lane drops it all the way back inside of 6.5 to go here in the first half. 1-0 Boyd County. Jordan with heavy pressure from Simpkins. Clark steps inside. He's got 3 in front of him. He'll work it off the right side. Peeps it ahead out to Simpkins. Simpkins outside the 18, slams on the break. Finds Clark. Clark just outside the 18. Works with the left foot, going to the back post, but sends it too wide. Withrow was there. a great idea there as he used the left foot trying to get that bend, but it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Raiders. Big ball goes all the way out to midfield. Nobody there but Andrew Bowling. Bowling tries to play it ahead, but plays it into the feet of the Raiders, and they'll push it up this far sideline. Tussey trying to win it from Maynard. He can't do so, and it's a Boyd County throw-in. And nope, he's going to move it back, of course. So Maynard trying to get it in quickly, but now everybody will set up, so it'll be Andrew Bowling on that far sideline. Here's Clark. Boyd's got to be careful here not to play with it too much in front of that 18 with Tussey and Meanix both playing high. Bring it off near side to Crum. Crum wants to send one, trying to play a through ball. Levi Rice turns it away. Here's Davis. He's looking ahead. He's got Simpkins that can go up this right side. He'll try to chip one through. Rice turns it away again, but right there's Caleb Clark with the interception just outside the 18. Ball loose near side, push from behind. Boyd County free kick. Inside of 4.5 to play. So instead of the 15, it'll be the 16. So Caleb Clark, he's got the lone goal in this match so far. Now he's going to ask for his distance to be walked off. They're actually going to get a half a yard out of it. Inside of 4 to play in the half. Clark trying to send this one through. Nicely defended by Riley Steele. Ethan Crum battling for position, and he and Meanix pinball off of each other. It's a foul on Crum, so a Raiders free kick at midfield. Meanix was ready to go, and official's going to make him move it forward. Will Blankenship ready to check in on the next stoppage. Also, Melvin Witter's going to check in for East Carter. Here's Meanix. Big ball down in the box. Headed away. It's a loose ball inside the 6, and it's turned away. Adams tried to get to it. The Raiders had to push it away, and then Davis just chips that one out of the box. Here's Crank and Tussey tangled up, and a foul on Crank. So East Carter free kick, 2:39 to go in the first half. And this is going to be Meanix that will take the chip shot for him from that spot. He can definitely get one down toward the iron. High booming ball that finds its way up on the net, and a goal kick coming up. Witter and Blankenship returning for their respective teams. We go inside of 2 minutes to play in the half. Jordan comes off and Withrow comes off for East Carter and Boyd County, respectfully. So Davis sets it up on the top of the 6 for the goal kick. Good ball out to the top. Connor Lane turns that one downfield to Meanix. He'll play it back into the middle. Robertson steps 2, though. East Carter has to retreat backward. Riley Steele. There's Blankenship, who's back in the ball game. This one's going to find its way up into the bleachers on the far sideline. Raiders throw, 60 seconds of play and a half.
1 minute left.
try to play it near side. Nice job there by Ethan Crum. Move from that left wing to the right wing on that defensive back. Raiders like it on that right side. Here's Reese Bush. Bowling steps 2. Drew Minix tries to chip it down toward Tussey. Maynards will just swing this one out toward the parking lot. Final 30 seconds of the half. Minix just outside the 18. Drops to Tussey. Tussey, heavily applied pressure there from Andrew Bowling. And a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be a throw. No, it's going to be a free kick for East Carter. 13 seconds to go. Tussey will give this one a ride across the face of the 6. It's turned out of the box.
6, 5,
East Carter chips it back down toward the box.
2.
Crum turns it out of there, and we are at halftime. A great first half here in Cannonsburg, and Boyd County leads it 1-0. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll break down the first half. We'll do a live look in on volleyball as we continue our coverage here on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewis, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in
or 8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Back in Cannonsburg as we are 1-0 at the half. We're going to check in on volleyball here, but to do so, flip it over to number 2 here, Trey, and let's see what we've got on our screen. There we go. Give me just a second here. And we'll turn the scoreboard off here, and we find Boyd County leading East Carter 17-8. First half, lone goal has been Caleb Clark. He had the free kick in the 23rd minute of action. Give me 1 second here. I need to make an adjustment on this here because stand by with me here, folks. Let's get that thing on some better quality. There we go. We don't believe in anything besides 1080p. There we go. But a very physical first half of action. Boyd County controlled the ball for much of the first half. East Carter had some phenomenal opportunities at about the midway point. A couple of balls at the net. One that Ethan Crum made a save on that was almost an empty goal. And when he actually kicked it away, Cole Adams, who had pulled away from the goal, was there to catch it. So a great opportunity there by Boyd County that they turned away defensively. Both teams have had some great scoring opportunities, just not been able to connect. But the big one coming there in the 23rd minute, Clark had another one on a free kick inside of 10 minutes in which he drew iron on where the crossbar and the upright connect on that right side but could not bend it in. And that's where we stand at the moment in a 1-0 lead for Boyd County through the first 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our live look-in over on volleyball and get you ready for the second half of action. 1-0 Lions in front of the Raiders. Our coverage continues after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Since 19 part of our journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Back here in Cannonsburg. No, you're not at volleyball. We are in a break here, so we're going to show you some volleyball since Boyd County's in action tonight. That's how we do it here at Kool TV. We got 4 broadcasts going on right now. Soccer, volleyball, the Coach Evan Ferguson Show, which is on Hank FM right now, also on Kool TV. So if you miss it tonight, you go back and listen to it. And then also, we've got the Ironton Coaches Show going on 106.7 FM as well as on Kool TV. So don't forget, we've got all kinds of greatness that we bring you each and every week. Again, Boyd County's home opener for football is this Friday night. We'll have the action right here on the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV, your home for Lions athletics, as they bring in East Carter week here for the Lions. They've got Boyd here tonight, Boyd volleyball going on, and then East Carter tonight and East Carter volleyball, and then East Carter this Friday night. Good look there at the net cam. We got the net cam going in tonight. I set Jeff Irwin up with it tonight. He's working production for us here on Kool TV. As I said, hey, man, you want the net cam tonight? He said, sure, bring it down. So we set it up. Gives you a great look of it. We'll have Boyd County and Raceland in action Thursday night right here on Kool TV. I'll be with you over at the Palace as we'll have action beginning sometime around 7. It's usually scheduled for right at 7 o'clock. But we'll have the action right here on your home for both Boyd County and Raceland on the Total Media Sports Network. Boyd County getting ready to serve out set number 1. 1-1 on the season. Lost to Cabell Midland in the season opener and then bounced back with a 3-0 win over Fairview. And an attack into the net there by Boyd County. So still set point for the Lions. Interesting note, by the way. So girls soccer, Aubrey Moore, senior, her twin sister plays on the volleyball team. So I'm certainly looking forward to having some chances to call some games for her. That one's nice push down the line by Boyd County, but can't find the mark. So it'll stay still with Boyd County, or with East Carter for the set point coming up with the Raiders serving. And Boyd County puts that one down for the point and gets set number 1. So back to soccer we come as we get you ready for the second half of action here. Again, first time with us on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material. We will alert you directly to your mobile device. Beautiful evening here in Cannonsburg and a great soccer match that we've seen so far already. Both teams with grand opportunities, but so far Boyd County has been the only one that's been able to find its way across the mark. And They lead it 1-0 after the first 40 minutes. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook as well as on X. Lots of great material each and every day that we push out. Highlight packages after games that we stream. Lots of news and information. On Mondays, the weekly top 10 from all the games that we've covered either on a live stream or have had someone there shooting highlights for. And each and every Thursday morning, we get out our picks for the upcoming games in football. Lots of information there and stuff. So if you're on Facebook, be sure to give us a follow there. Just look for Kool TV and the Total Media Sports Network. Give us a follow, and we'll keep you all squared away moving forward. If you're with us for the first time here on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell. We'll alert you each time we put out new material directly to your device. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. So Boyd County will possess it to start the second half. We'll flip ends. Boyd County will work it toward the field house. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Phenomenal job by them, and a double whistle from our official to try to get East Carter out of their huddle all the way down in the far corner. Big thanks to Athletic Director Pete Fraley and all the great staff he has here in Cannonsburg. Greatly appreciate everything they do, and can't say enough about Levi Pennington and his staff here on the boys' side. His wife, Olivia, who, when the girls are not playing, she's on the sideline typically working with him. But the girls are playing tonight in the sectionals of the 2A up in Flemingsburg. They play Fleming County tonight at 8 o'clock. So she's on the road with the ladies tonight, and we'll hopefully see if we can get some scores on Facebook after we find out the outcome of that one. But certainly wishing the Lions best of luck up in Flemingsburg tonight. So Crank center field, I should say, midfield the area. I'm stuck between basketball. I don't know why I'm in basketball mode. It's nowhere near basketball season. It feels like basketball season after the last couple of days. Second half's underway. Boyd County to the far sideline. Simpkins plays it off the turf on the header down to Clark. Clark working down into the corner. Trying to play it across the end line and loses it off the end line as he tried to bend it back inside the 6. Oh, okay. We gave you a free look at volleyball. My producer forgot to switch. There you go. Yeah, get it off of input number 2. That's okay. Look, we try to flood you with all the material. Sometimes we just flood too much. But no harm, no foul. No, we didn't miss a goal or anything like that. You know, have like a bicycle goal and we miss it because we're on volleyball. I'm excited to call some volleyball on Thursday night. East Carter wants to switch fields, so we're getting near side. Bramall being patient with it, plays it up ahead. East Carter drops. Looking ahead out to Tussey. Davis is there. Tussey settles right in front of the midfield stripe. Out to Meanix. Meanix, big slide tackle there by Maynard. Takes it off of his feet. Meanix is a little slow to come up. It's a Raiders throw. They'll throw it in toward Tussey. They can't make the hookup. Davis battling for Tussey. Boyd County settles out near midfield. Now Clark working off to the right side. He'll push it out there for Simpkins. Simpkins on a sprint there with Reese Bush. Bush beats him to the point, and the Raiders regain possession for a moment, but then Crum takes it away, and he gets held as he starts to push through, and a free kick coming up for the Lions. Connor Davis will swing it from the far side. Good ball just outside the 18. East Carter wins it out of the air. Now Tussey wants to play it out ahead. He's got it out to Meanix. Meanix on a one-on-one with the goalie. And a nice save by Cole Adams as he came out and gets it with the deflection of the foot and Boyd County stays in front 1-0. You'll see that one on the top 10 list this week. I promise you that. That was as good as it gets right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the cat that you want to get into a one-on-one with Grant Meanix out in front. And Cole Adams with a great set. And Meanix just got a yellow card. And I can't say that I agree with that at all. He and Maynard got tangled up. As he was standing up, Maynard went upside down. And now we get another yellow card for an assistant coach. So a very lengthy conversation with our referee and the assistant coach for East Carter of Levi Kaiser. Now we need a sub to come on for Meanix, as he does have to come off the field. So the clock drifted down to 36:55. So we'll reset it to match the clock here. And it'll be East Carter with the free kick, as the infraction came on the backside of the foul. This one's headed down toward, real quickly, let's take a look at that last save. This is as good as it gets right here. That was phenomenal. Back to live action. Levi Rice wins it out of the air on the backside. East Carter plays it to the far line. They come back near side. Mason Hamilton steps two. Hamilton has it taken off of his feet, though, and a great slide tackle there by Braxton Carroll. Here's Blankenship working in the left side. A nice sweep down inside the 18. Crank trying to get the edge and loses it off of his foot. Blankenship battling for position with Joel Bramall. And it's a corner kick, our first corner kick of the match. The 36-minute mark left to go. Meanix is back on for East Carter. Crank will fire it, I believe. Nope, they're going to pull him off and bring Bowling down. Melvin Witter steps off for the Raiders. 1-0 our score. Andrew Bowling lining this one up from the near corner. High bounding ball to the back. Connor Davis tried to climb the ladder. Here's Clark, brings it near side to Bowling. Bowling steps through, gets down outside the 6. Still inside, working with it at his feet, and loses it off his feet. Now Robertson pushing for position. It caroms away. Bowling saving in front of his bench, and Tussey's there. And Tussey with the grab. It's a free kick for the Lions. Tempers heating up here in Cannonsburg. Clark bends this one to the back line. Off the upright. Boyd County saves it on the far side. Here's Davis trying to play it across to Robertson. It's knocked away. East Carter saying they've got a man down. The goalie is hurt. He was standing up, and that's the reason they were not getting the stoppage. He was standing up trying to continue to play. I mean, give him credit. He was trying to grind it out, but you could clearly see he was holding the side of his head. Not certain if there was a collision that happened when the play on that last side there. Certainly won't speculate on anything. But injury timeout. Let's go ahead and jump back over to volleyball, and we'll check in over there. Playing in set 2 with Boyd County in front 9-3 in that set, leading the match 1-0. So both teams will come to their respective benches as Grady Garrison goes down to check on his goalkeeper of Micah Brown. No, they just hit a replay. 12-3 Boyd in front. Big thanks to Ashland Boyd County Health Department, one of our newest sponsors here on the channel. Had a great opportunity with the student athletes here at Boyd County. There was 4 of them. Connor Davis, Bryson Rousey, who both play soccer. Davis is also a football player. I believe he plays baseball as well. And then Peyton Jones from volleyball, and I cannot remember the young lady from softball that did it, but they did a great job. Remarkable job by those 4 student athletes here at Boyd County that they filmed the commercial here. Only bad part, it was a windy day, and I mean windy, crazy when they filmed it, but they battled the elements and got through it with ease. I think Connor Davis made it look like he's like a rock star. I mean, he's a movie star. So Micah Brown is to his feet. That's a good sign. So now let's see who East Carter will move over into goal. Deacon Brown, a sophomore, has been there this season. And I believe that's who will probably go in goal. So Micah Brown making the long walk toward his near sideline, still holding his head. Certainly hope that young man is okay. I will not speculate in any form or fashion of what happened, but he certainly made contact with something as he'll come to his sideline to be attended to, but good to see that he is back up. So Connor Lane is actually going to be the player going net. Let's come back to soccer action here. He'll have the blue penny jersey on. So that's going to be the new goalkeeper for the Raiders. As Connor Lane, the junior, has not been in goal this year. But a big moment here for his team, as he'll have to step in that defensive spot and try to keep things where it is. And Boyd County in front 1-0. Melvin Witter checks back into the contest. So he'll basically take the position vacated by Lane, and Lane will be your sub that goes in goal for Micah Brown. So an extended stoppage here with 34:28 to play in the match. It'll be a drop-in for Boyd County right about the 40-yard line on their offensive half. Connor Davis stands across the way talking to our official. So when you have a play like this, what happens when a team was in possession of the ball and then we had to stop play because of a player that was injured or something that stopped it, the issue that plays in is that then the team that had possession of the ball is re-given possession. So what they do is they take the position of where the ball was when stoppage happened, and they do a drop-in. So you just basically, the referee drops it at the feet of one of the players. In this case, it was Connor Davis. Sometimes you'll have the ball that's not being possessed by either, and the play is stopped, and they'll do almost what's called a face-off. They'll put 2 players, they'll separate them by a couple of yards, and they'll drop the ball in the middle, and they go to it. So back in action here. Crank had a great ball at his feet, but could not get through the traffic as this one boomed out of bounds, almost made it its way into the parking lot. Davis to throw it in. Looking up that far line, throws it down toward the box, finds it to Crank. Crank plays with it out top of the 18, and in the back line clears it away. A big booming ball out top. Meanix trying to win it, but a great job there by Maynard to keep it away from Meanix. They've done a good job tonight of keeping the ball away from Meanix and Tussey on runs for the most part. Tussey had one run that was a beautiful save by Cole Adams, in which he just flung his foot out and knocked it out of the play and keeping this game even at 1. Here's Tussey now with 2 on, almost 3 on, as he tries to bend it down this right edge. Bowling applying the pressure. Tussey gets past him, loses it off his foot, and it's a goal kick for the Raiders, or excuse me, for the Lions. So 32 and a half to go in the match. 1-0 Boyd. High booming ball. Levi Rice clears it from the backside, trying to play it out toward Meanix. Meanix working against Maynard, bouncing around like a man on a ping pong stick. Rice wins that one out of the air. Plays it back into the middle. Here's Tussey right in front of his bench. Heavy pressure being applied there by Blankenship. Blankenship pushes him off the ball. And Blankenship loses it off his foot. They're going to say that's back to East Carter. Levi Rice with the drop in, and as you'll say, that should have gone the other direction, which they do. The near side official was turning the flag toward East Carter, and then the referee changed the call and said, no, that's Boyd County's ball. And they got a foul on it is the reason. So Connor Davis will send this one for a ride. And that one's out of bounds into the Lions bench. East Carter throw in. Here's Drew Minix. Works it out to Tussey. Tussey goes into the double team. Grant Minix is there to settle. Minix retreats. Heavy pressure there by Blankenship. Blankenship takes it off his feet. Raiders looking out ahead. Karam's away. They play it back into the middle. Now the Crank. Crank out near side to Blankenship. Blankenship with pressure from behind from Meanix. Working off the left side, and Meanix just takes it out of bounds. Good ball to Bowling. Down inside the middle. That's to Clark. Clark slams on the brakes. Here's Davis out top. Takes it off to the right side. Bends it back inside and loses it off his foot on a heavy touch. Now Meanix out in front. Tussey in the middle. With 2 on, has it off his feet. Maynard swipes it away. A great defensive pressure there on that back line. Simpkins tries to take it near side, and that one nearly caught our camera person on the far sideline as it rolls over top of the fence and out of play. That would have been my wife on the far line. Just don't hurt the camera is all I'm worried about. Here's Hamilton inside, can't settle. Tussey. Bowling trying to find the defensive angle. Tussey rolling it down in that far corner, trying to get the angle. Good job by Andrew Bowling. Forces Tussey to give it up. They go back to Tussey. Tussey does a split, loses the ball, and Bowling takes it away. Nice job there by Andrew Bowling defensively. It has been a phenomenal night by that back line for the Lions. A bad touch there by the Lions. Big throw down toward the 18. Bowling turns it away. A big ball out near midfield. East Carter playing everybody across midfield. Crank basically in a 1v4 working up top as East Carter's back line is all the way across. Here's a drop back in the middle. Nobody there. Loose ball goes back to Maynard. Simpkins will settle things down. Turns and looks upfield. Nothing that he wants. He'll just give it back to Davis, and Davis will send one up the far sideline. And that's something that Boyd County can do at this point. Leading 1-0. You can afford to pack this thing in and force East Carter to try to find an offensive series. Blankenship will step off. Withrow back on. Beautiful night here in Cannonsburg. Sun gone, some clouds building off to the I-64 side of the field. Hopefully we stay dry here this evening. There was no significant chances. They showed maybe a pop-up chance of a shower around 8 o'clock tonight, but nothing that was supposed to be in a washout or anything like that. Here's a good ball down inside the 18. Ball at top. They leave it out looking for Robinson, and a nice piece there. Clark knew that he got too heavy on the touch. They come to Withrow. Robertson leaves it out to Bowling. They'll go back to Robertson up the near side. Robertson touches down to Withrow. Withrow working it down toward the 18. Heavy of pressure there by Levi Rice, and Rice wins that one as he sends it ahead, but Bowling with the interception. Nobody there on the backside for Bowling. East Carter with the takeaway. Looking for Meanix. Meanix gets tangled up with Davis. No whistle. There comes the whistle. And which way are we going? They're going to say that Meanix and Davis, too much contact. That one's on Davis. And now Meanix will back it up 3 yards and try to send this one away. Looking for a big ball down toward the box. And a nice save once again. Cole Adams is just trying to make a highlight reel all to himself. Take a look at this one. Meanix booms this one. And the keep comes out, tips it up in the air, and then retrieves it. Cole Adams, he said this may be the Cole Adams top 10 this week. I can promise you one thing, he will be on there at least once. There is no doubt in my mind on that one. That may be one of the best saves that I've seen in a very long time in a 1v1 matchup. We stay 1-0, 26 minutes and some change to go here in the match. A 23rd minute goal and a free kick from Caleb Clark's our lone decider so far. Boyd County switches field, comes near side to Bowling. Bowling playing it up the near corner. He and Withrow were not on the same page as this one will trickle out of bounds and an East Carter throw in. Braden Hale set to check in, as is Blankenship on our next stoppage. And a two-hand push in the back there by Maynard as Meanix bites the dust, or I should say the turf, and a free kick coming up. Meanix booms this one down near side. Tussey coming toward, crosses it across. It's an empty net, but there's nobody there as he got it way too heavy. Crum battling for position against Witter. And it's a Raiders throw. Witter to toss in, looking now toward the 18. It's turned out of the back line there by Maynard. Here's Meanix. Gives this one a ride and well deep. Had plenty of leg, but a goal kick. Hale back in, as is Withrow, or excuse me, Blankenship, as Withrow and Hamilton will check out. Just inside of 25 minutes to go in the match. 1-0 Boyd. How big would a second goal for the Lions be, and how devastating would a Raiders goal be to even things at one? That's where we stand in this one. I said at the beginning of this broadcast, one goal may be enough in this one. Two evenly matched teams that play it at a high clip. And you have seen it here tonight. This has been a phenomenal matchup. Drew Meanix works off that far side. We'll touch it back into the middle. Witter fighting with Crank. East Carter trying to play high, down 1-0. Simpkins steps two, takes that one away. Actually, that was Crum that stepped two, out to Simpkins, excuse me. Boyd plays it down, off to Simpkins. Robertson trying to slide to save the possession, but it's back in the hands of the Raiders for the moment. Here's Meanix with 2 on. Brings it near side to Tussey. Andrew Bowling hounding him as he's been much of the night. And then Bowling takes it off of his feet. We'll give that one a look. We'll get a corner kick for the Raiders, but Andrew Bowling just D's this one up with perfection right off of his foot. So the Raiders will have their first corner kick of the night. Let's see who we're going to get here. It'll be Van Green, the junior. It'll come to the near side corner. Here with just inside of 23 to play in the match. And sends this one into the side of the net, and a goal kick coming up for the Lions. That young man right there, he has had a match. It's one of the things you play on the back line of a defense. There's not a lot of stats. Sometimes your name doesn't even make it in the game that you played. Because in the game of soccer, the only stats that go down is if you score a goal, if you make an assist, or if you work in goal. Outside of that, that's it. You can play the best game in the defensive side. If someone just looks at a box score, nobody has any idea what happened. Well, Andrew Bowling tonight has been remarkable as he has hounded Caden Tussey every time he's gotten near the ball. So it'll be a Raiders free kick out top. Meanix will line this one up. He has plenty of leg from this distance, and he would love to make a shot at the net here, and just a slow roller and a nice save there by Cole Adams as he'll pounce on it and smother it in front of his net. And we stay 1-0. Here's Crank trying to roll it ahead. Didn't get a good touch on it. It'll roll all the way through. It plays out nicely. Clark leaves it off to Crank. Crank bending down inside, gets swept out from behind as he gets tackled from behind. And him and that was Melvin Witter. And it's going to be a free kick for the Lions from just outside the 18. Clark will spot it from almost the same distance on the opposite end that he made his first goal tonight. And you've got Connor Lane, by the way, in the net now. Got this one way too heavy, though. Good idea, just too much lift. And a goal kick for the Raiders as we have almost reached the halfway point of the second half. One of the things you'll see in a match when a team that's, really struggled to try to find something, every time they possess it, they rush. Sometimes you get just a little bit too quick with your touches. Don't try to play it exactly where you want to. Your passes aren't quite as crisp. Here's Clark, slams on the brakes just outside the 18, brings it to Bowling. Bowling working with it on his feet. Crank there to help him out. Bowling takes it back in front of Tussey. Tussey fights for the position and takes it away. Here's Robertson, gives this one a swing and right in the mitts. Nice save there by Connor Lane on a big swing of the boot from Ryan Robertson. 50-50 ball out midfield. Maynard settles it off his head. Robertson takes it up to the right side. Braxton Carroll took it away for a moment. Boyd County in possession. And Simpkins too heavy on the touch. Take a look at this big swing from Robertson and into the mitts. Connor Lane in the net with a good kick there from the senior. A dart trying to go top shelf. Back to live action. Crank drops it back into the middle. Caleb Clark fighting for position. Brings it near side. He's got Blankenship in this near side. He'll bring it to him. Trying to set up a run. They've got it to Clark. Clark works down inside the 18, trying to get it to the left foot. Loses it off of his foot. Which way are we going? And it's a goal kick. Great idea. Just could not find the execution there on the feet. Here comes Mason Hamilton back on for Boyd County. Entering the game for East Carter. His first action is Jacob Meadows, a sophomore. As Witter will come off for East Carter. Ryan Robertson will take a seat for Boyd County. $18:30 to go in the match. It has been a dandy. Here's Meanix looking back toward the middle. Ball caroms off the face of Caleb Clark. East Carter trying to build, playing it ahead. Off to Tussey. Tussey outside the 18, working down in that right corner. There's Bowling again. Tussey fighting for position. Bowling staying right with him. He'll try to drop it off looking for Drew Minix. He finds the connection. Minix back out. Here's a big swing of the leg as Carroll gave it a ride. Sends it through the uprights, but it's too stiff. And a goal kick coming up for the Lions. That young man right there has had himself a night. As Cole Adams has been phenomenal in net. Here's Clark, plays it down off his head. Trying to play it near side. A little too heavy there by Hamilton. Raiders throw in. Levi Rice, sophomore. Playing it ahead to Tussey. A nice touch off the back of the head there. Tussey trying to run his own ball down. Working with Bowling. Bends it down, bends it across the top of the 6. Boyd County's defense stands tall. Alex Maynard turns it away. Minix, or excuse me, that's not Minix. That was the new player coming in, Jacob Meadows, battling for position out top. Now Minix at his feet. Touches it off to his younger brother. Will Blankenship tries to save it, does so, takes out the cooler in the table. He just leveled the cooler in the table on the Raiders bench. Here's Tussey, loses it off his feet. I think I got the replay. Could we get the tackle of a table in the top 10 this week? Take a look at this. Yes, sir. Will Blankenship taking a table out tonight. Eli Simpkins will take a break. Great hustle there by Blankenship. Had a hat trick in the last match in the win over Fleming County. Had not scored a goal this season and then put in 3, 2 of those in back-to-back goals in less than a minute. One of those off of a header. That was our top 10 number 1 play this week. Beautiful ball from Crank. Blankenship plays it off the knee. He gets tangled up there with Joe Bramble, and then he'll turn around and say, hey, I'll give you a hand up. No problem. Robertson back in for Boyd County. And Caleb Clark will take a break. Inside of 15 and a half to go. Trying to play it down toward Hale. It's knocked out of bounds. We'll just move it down a little farther. First, we get a sub. And in for the first time tonight is Landry Coburn, as he'll replace Andrew Bowling, who has played phenomenal tonight. So you get a couple of these guys just a chance maybe at the 15-minute mark. Try to get yourself a quick, just a breather, get some fluids back in you, and are ready for that final 10-minute push or so. Again, leading 1-0. Boyd County can really pack it in here and just try to play keep away. It's no secret. You've got to keep it off the feet of Minix and Tussey. When those two get the ball, good things can happen and happen in a hurry for the Raiders. This one goes up the far line. Ethan Crum, he'll trigger in. There's Robertson, plays it near side. Connor Davis working up into the middle now. Ahead out to Blankenship. He runs into Levi Rice. It's out of bounds. It's a throw in for Boyd County. But first we get subs. Clark and Simpkins back on for East Carter. Returning is Caleb Jordan. Checking in for his first action is Parker Clodfelter, a senior. Getting his first action is Tussey and Minix will take a seat inside of 14 to play.
Parker Clodfelter into the match for East Carter.
Boyd County back in action this Thursday night. They've got Bourbon County. We'll be here for the action, 6:30. Here's Clark. Fires this one toward the net. It's off the top of the net. Might have drawn iron. Let's see what we got here on this one. That was a good swing there by Clark. And, yeah, just over the mid of Connor Lane. Big thanks to our great folks at Ison's Cards and Collectibles for sponsorship of our instant replays this season. Peyton Ison, the owner, his store there in downtown Russell, just bought a new building. He's actually moving coming up soon. So not moving far, only a couple of blocks up from where he is. But if you're into sports cards, all kinds of collectible items, he's always got autograph sessions coming up with different people and famous people that's been through a lot of the time Cincinnati Reds, University of Kentucky, athletics, stuff like that. He's your hookup. But Ison's Cards and Collectibles over there in Old Russell. Here's Simpkins battling for position. East Carter tries to play it across. Davis intercepts it. Loose ball in the middle. Rice settles it on the back line. Here's Bramble. Turns it near side. Hooks up there with Caleb Jordan. Robertson steps two. And then Jordan takes it right back. We just trade positions here for a volley from the 50 to the 30. Approaching 11 minutes to go in the match. 1-0, a 23rd minute goal by Caleb Clark on a free kick is our deciding factor. But it's not because we've not had opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, here's a good one. Meanix out in front, fires it off, and another save! Cole Adams, are you kidding me? It's the Cole Adams top 10. He's got the best of both Meanixes tonight. This one, remarkable. What a save. And it stays 1-0. We're not going to have the top 10 this week. It's just going to be the Cole Adams 10. Here's a through ball, trying to play it out to Crank. Defended nicely on the back line. Riley Steele takes it away, swipes it near side to Jordan. Heavy pressure from Blankenship. Crank takes it off his feet. Crank working it down. Takes it into the middle. Again, heavy pressure on the back line there. Bramble swipes it away. East Carter trying to build from this near side. They try to play it out to Meanix again. Coburn is bending into the middle. Maynard battling for position. Fighting inside, and a whistle and a foul against East Carter. And East Carter's assistant coach just got told to be back in his box as he went marching down the sideline arguing with the official. .9:40 to go. Things heating up here in Cannonsburg. Here's Simpkins up the right edge, trying to play it on a runner. Raked out of bounds, throw for the Lions. First we get subs. Andrew Bowling back in. Witter, Meanix, and Tussey back on for East Carter. Ethan Crum to trigger in. And now Crum will come back to the near side, and Bowling is going to go to the same side that Caden Tussey is. He has basically shadowed Caden Tussey this entire match. Back to Bowling. Bowling with two on. Swipes it ahead to Robertson. Robertson trying to play it up that right side to Simpkins. Gets to his feet. Simpkins back toward the middle. Being patient with the ball. Plays it down to Robertson. Robertson off to Clark. Clark in traffic. Swipes it to the right. Pulls the trigger. Can't get it. Looking near side to Crank, and it's step two off the back line. Coburn and Maynard right there in the same piece of real estate. It got past them, but Maynard settles it down before East Carter can get up ahead. Simpkins slows things down, brings it off to Robertson. 8:20 to play. They'll switch it fields near side to Crum. Nice touchdown inside. Hamilton. Back to Robertson. Robertson settles. He'll give it a swing. Down inside, a one-hopper off the turf. And Lane puts it in the mitts. And we stay 1-0. 8 minutes to play in regulation. 50-50 ball off the turf. Bowling trying to play it from behind. Tussey will settle. Tussey looking in the middle, gets it to Green, but it's taken away by Boyd County. Simpkins playing a through ball, getting it out to Crank. Crank working out the right side, bending it down toward the 18. Chips it back in the middle. Nobody's home, though. Hamilton was in the middle, but he was not up high enough. Green and Robertson exchanging pleasantries. The whistle on Robertson first. So a free kick coming up for the Raiders. Manix sends this one downfield, looking to the far sideline toward Tussey. And Tussey loses this one off of his footing as Andrew Bowlings just shadows him all the way there. Simpkins battling for position. They get it down to Manix. Manix settles, works it to the right. Ball still loose, still trying to get to it. He had 3 bodies around him, and Boyd County does a great job of not allowing him to pull the trigger as he is in range pretty much anywhere from about the 30-yard line in. Inside of 7 to go. Here's Jordan. Gets past Crum and loses it off his foot. So first, Connor Davis back in. As Coburn will come off. This has been a phenomenal match tonight. If you are a fan of soccer, this has been your game. And I had a feeling coming in this was the type of game, atmosphere, everything that we were going to see. This is postseason soccer right here. And it's like I said, these are 2 of the top teams in the 16th region. It's no secret. I think everybody's chasing Russell this year. Russell is about a goal or 2 ahead of everybody in the field. Doesn't mean nobody can get him, but that is where you are. You're chasing down Russell. But these 2 right here are 2 teams that can certainly hound them down. Boyd County gets it up near side. Crank plays it in front of his bench. Bends it back into the right, trying to get it into the middle. A nice leave into the center. That's to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to play it off to Simpkins, but a little bit too light on the touch. Looking ahead out to Tussey on a runner up the far line. Maynard cuts him off. Tussey wants to bend it back across. It goes off of Maynard on a nice deflection. But then Boyd County clears it too heavy. It's out of bounds. It's a throw in for the Raiders far sideline as we approach 5 to go in the match. Reese Bush on the drop. Out at midfield. Gives it a big swing. Playing it down in the middle. Looking forward. Manix and Connor Davis steps 2. Ball played near side. Jordan settles. Now, that's to Levi Rice. He'll play it out to Jordan. On a touch right back to him. No whistle after East Carter looking for a foul on the trip. We play on. Bramble crossing this one down in the middle. Finds it to Tussey. Tussey with a nice move back to the left. Battling for possession. Fires this one to the far side, and it's wide of the upright. And Tussey looking at the official, pleading for a foul, getting nothing. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the match. So Connor Davis trying to give this one a big swing. Tussey wins it out of the air. Gets it out to Manix. Manix can't get it to himself, though. Here's Jordan. Plays it down to Manix. Manix down inside the 18. Trying to turn it across the front. A nice job on the back line as Boyd County steps 2. That was Andrew Bowling. Here's a header down inside the box. Manix tries to go with the left foot and sends it out of bounds. Great opportunity there for East Carter. But coming away with nothing to show for it, as it's a goal kick coming up for the Lions. 3:30 to play. Here's Crank. Works it into the middle. Trying to play it off to the far side to Simpkins. It's intercepted on the back line. That's Reese Bush that took it away. Maynard sends it to the far side. Simpkins can't settle it down. It's Melvin Witter. Thought he had a throw. It's going the other way. It's a Boyd County throw inside of 3 to play. 1-0 our score, a 23rd minute goal. The deciding factor of this one so far. Both teams have had grand opportunities. East Carter more than they care to think of 1v1s with the goalie, and Cole Adams has turned them all away. Looking down to that far corner, Manix trying to get it down inside the 18. Boyd County just steps to and booms this one out of bounds on the far sideline. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the match. Raiders play it in quickly. And a whistle and a foul on a shove from behind. So a free kick coming up for Grant Manix and the Raiders, as he'll put it at the 25. From the far line, Manix puts this one in play. Ball is loose, and another save by Cole Adams. Might have had a grin on his face on that one. Ball boomed to the other end, so nothing working here. Great job by the Lions keep tonight. Here's Simpkins working at right edge. Sends it down inside the 18, trying to get it out in front. As he had it out to Blankenship, but just a little bit too much. Throw in. Inside of 90 seconds to go. There's Blankenship on that far corner with 2 on. Just trying to play keep away. And it's raked out of bounds. It'll stay with Boyd. 60 seconds to go in the match.
1 minute left in regulation.
And now a corner kick coming up for Boyd after it's touched out of bounds. Caleb Clark with 30 seconds to play. Sends this one out top of the 6. It's knocked away by the Raiders. They'll play it ahead to Manix. Manix booms this one ahead, trying to get out to Tussey. It's turned away by Maynard. 10 seconds to play.
10,
Simpkins
9, 8,
chasing down on the far sideline. Witter trying to save it in. He's not going to get there. The time is going to expire, and this one's going to be a final. East Carter wins it by a final score of 1-0. What a game. Cole Adams in the defense for the Lions. Postgame when we return after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky, Kentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
I promise you, we've got a top 10 that we put out on our Facebook page each week. It comes out every Monday at 11 o'clock. I will go ahead and right now, I will put it in Sharpie. He is number 1 this week. He made basically a foot save on a 1v1 with Grant Meanix, who is one of the best players in the 16th region. And to beat him at that position was phenomenal. But, I mean, he had save after save, especially there in the latter part of this one. Both teams had just a plethora of opportunities, but only one goal finds its way through, and it was Clark there in that 23rd minute that decides this one. And Boyd County picks up their 4th win on the season as East Carter falls to 6-3-1. Up next for Boyd County, they're back here in action on Thursday night. They've got Bourbon County coming in at 6:30. We'll begin our coverage beginning at 6:20 right here on the Total Media Sports Network. Big thanks to my crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Phenomenal job by them, as always. Of course, Pete Fraley and all the great folks here at Boyd County, Levi Pennington, his staff with the boys soccer team. Can't say enough about all the stuff that they help us out with here, and just excited to be here and bring you coverage of Lions athletics. Final score, 1-0. Boyd County wins it over East Carter. For Trey and Felicia Collier, everyone with the Total Media Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying so long and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you for watching another Boyd County Lions soccer broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Boyd County Soccer has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.